Bob Weigel here, and looking at the couple new things here. It's got some new original CZ1 ROM cartridges. Gotta love those. Those actually are pretty cool sounding synths. Or one of the first virtual analog kind of machines back in the mid-'80s. And this is Korg's first machine here. But anyway, we're not going to talk about those so much tonight. We're going to talk about, we're going from synthesizers to weight and organs to weightlifting. Kind of have diverse interests here, but doing a thing called the incline press, and this is a weightlifting, exercise where there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I just want to explain a couple of the factors. First of all, the whole incline, increases the weight just by the raw virtue that you have a square root of 2/2 relationship due to the sinusoidal component there of the angle. You're looking at a 0.71 roughly multiplication of the actual force that would be down is being directed down the pipe at you, and so you can press with 0.71 of the weight and actually move it. Now, you won't accelerate it as fast as you would a weight that was that weight. The acceleration will still be dependent on that momentum, because you still have, you have 700 pounds on there. That's 490 pounds you're lifting, roughly. 0.71 times 700 would be 490 pounds. But then you have to include the weight of the rigging, which is about 200 pounds. So that would be like you would put on 500 pounds, 200 pounds of rigging. You're lifting 490 pounds there in leg press. So that would be the actual force you're pushing. But you're still accelerating 700 pounds. So as you do the work, you can actually get more work out of it than if it were 490 pounds. Okay, so first we explain that, and then we explain the fact that, the angles here are so critical, and I've demonstrated that in this video. I took it up to where, like, almost can get 940, and I move it, but I can't quite get it without any assistance. And then I push with my arms, and it goes right up, because you can boost up with your arms, and it adds another 200 pounds to whatever you can weight lift, with your arms. Out at this angle, I mean, you can probably get, a lot more than that, even if you're a weakling. I think 200 pounds is pretty minimal add on there, but that's also multiplied back into the 0.71 factor, and so you're really lifting 200 and some. If you just put 200 pounds there, it's 270, whatever it is. Anyway, that you're going to add onto the weight that you can actually lift by pushing with your arms. So that distorts the whole picture. And I don't push with my arms to do the lifting I do usually. I always just lift with my legs. And it's if you want to work your legs out, that's the best way to do it. You work the legs out instead of the arms. But this angle, as you get back in here more and more to like this kind of an angle, it just gets so much harder. And you'll see, how as I move from here out to here, then all of a sudden the 940 just goes right up, no problem, no arms needed. And we put up to 1030 on there, and still right up. And I don't know what I could have done, but it was starting to feel like, I didn't warm up or anything tonight, so I didn't want to try any more than that. But I'm going to shoot for 1100 this year to comfortably get that up in a position maybe a little lower than that. But yeah, it gets disproportionately harder as you increase that angle. But there's a few of the smoke and mirror factors. You see Robbie Coleman and some of these guys lifting 2,300 pounds or whatever, You'll see Robbie only lifts the weights a short distance, because there's another factor. The width of his legs change everything, because it looks like maybe it's a 90 if you went from his hip up to, but you got to consider the fact that the real functional pivot point here is somewhere way up in his leg there, where it really makes it so that he's lifting like at this kind of an angle, and as he lifts the weight, it only moves that far, because he's not at a technical 90 at all when he does that on 2,300 pounds. Obviously nobody can do it if they were at a 90 on that, I don't think. But if they could, they would probably, and it'd be on YouTube, and you'd be going, ooh, wow, look at that. But
anyway, human beings, you know, we all have some basic parameters, and there are limits to what we can do. And I'm a 175-pound guy. He's a 300-pound guy. You know, that's another big factor. Most of the guys you see doing, you know, big leg weights are big guys. I'm not a big guy, and I don't even work out. And I'm just like, glory to God that I can even do what I can do. And I don't know how significant it is. I don't know how close I am to being, you know, anywhere near the top of my weight class. You know, 175 pounds. 48 years old. Maybe if you put my age in it, I'm you know, I imagine there's other guys. I see, you know, younger guys on, one of them's doing 1,300 and something. He's using arms though. If I used arms, I think I could do it. But anyway, I know I could, because, you know, it's, yeah, I can push way more than 200 pounds of force. I could probably do 1,400 if I did that, I imagine. But anyway, so, you know, using the arms in there just changes the whole picture. If you've got strong arms, I mean, you can get, there's a guy doing 1,700, but he's a big boy too on there. And so, you know, I'm thinking it might amuse some people to see me tossing around that much weight at my weight without using the arms, and just to explain some of the technical aspects, and just to note that, you know, hey, God gives us all gifts in this life, and, you know, we should use those to His glory and not to our own glory. And I don't even work out that much, like I say. It's purely God's glory that I can even lift what I do there. So anyway, yeah, God bless. I'll talk to you later, and well, enjoy the video.